Okay guys, now we go to the last part of the psychometry, which is the air conditioning processes. So this is the psychometric chart, and in this psychometric chart we can see a few of the paths taken by a process in air conditioning. The process that include is the simple heating, raising the temperature. So this is the simple heating process horizontally to the right, and then we have cooling process horizontally to the left, and then we also have the humidifying, adding the moisture, going upward vertically, and we have dehumidifying process, the removing of moisture in the air. The path is going downward. But this cooling and heating, humidifying and dehumidifying can be combined, as the heating and dehumidifying and the cooling and dehumidifying. So this is diagonally going upward and this is diagonally going downward. This is the typical processes in the aircon system. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So let's say that we have air at X, then if X to A is humidifying, X to B is dehumidifying, this is the adding of moisture, this is the extracting of the moisture of air, and then we have a cooling process to the left horizontally, we have heating process to the right horizontally, and diagonally we have the heating process going upward. Heating and humidifying, we are increasing the temperature, at the same time we are reducing the moisture content. And then going downward is the cooling and dehumidifying. We are cooling the air, at the same time we are extracting the moisture from the air. So this is what we have in terms of temperature, the TB equal to Tx equal to Ta, and then the specific humidity of B and F. This is the specific humidity for E and A, and the temperature of D and E, temperature of C and F, and this is the specific humidity for the C, A and D. C, X and D. So if you look at the mass balance, this is the mass balance. The mass of air is equal the total of mass air in is equal to the total of mass air out, and we can put this also as the in terms of omega. This is for mass balance for water vapor, or for the water in the air. As far as the energy balance is concerned, the energy in is equal to the energy out. So based on this, we looked at the Q in plus W in plus the energy at each inlet, which is M dot H in equal to Q dot out plus W dot out plus the total of the mass multiplied by the enthalpy going out from the system. So now we look at the specific processes. This is the simple heating and cooling. So this is the schematic diagram of a very simple heating process. So if heating process, we are going to use heater. For simple cooling process, we are going to use the coil of an evaporator to have the cooling effect. So this is the air coming in from the aircon system, and this is the air coming out from the aircon system. So we can see that if we heat up the air, we are expecting the phi value is going to be reduced. So when we sketch the process on the psychometric chart, so this is what we have, the path of 1 to 2. And as far as the energy concerned, this is the energy of heat coming into the system. So this is the process of cooling. This is process of heating. So if heating process, we are going to have, here is number 1 and here is number 2, or state 1 and state 2. But this is for cooling, this is for heating process. Then the next one, we are looking at heating with humidification. The humidification is the process whereby we add up the moisture. So if we look at the schematic diagram, this is the heating plus humidification. So we have heating coil, section 1 to 2, state 1 to state 2, and then we have humidifying section from state 2 to state 3, or the section of 2 to 3. So this is giving the heating effect. This is going to give us the humidifying effect, whereby we increase the moisture of the air. So when we sketch the processes on the chart, so this is what we have. 1 to 2, of course there's no moisture addition, so the omega is constant. Then from 2 to 3, we are expecting the omega to be increased. Omega of 3 is increases, so this is what we have. The total of moisture content add up in the section 2 to 3 is omega 3 minus omega 2 multiplied by the mass flow rate. So this is an example 14.5, and please look at the solution or the explanation individually from the example 14.5 for the heating plus humidifying process. In this example, the solution is based on the mathematical analysis and also the aid of psychrometry chart to get the enthalpy, the omega value. Then we look at the cooling with humidification. So this is the section whereby we have the process of cooling, bringing down the temperature. Then we bring the temperature down till to the lower than the T dew point. So we are expecting to get some condensate from this process. So this is the first part of the process. The process actually is from point 1 to point 2, or state 1 to state 2. But when the temperature is brought down less than the T dew point, we are expecting to have condensate. So the end of the process is at state 2. So this is the amount of air being condensed. We look here, we can see this is omega 1, this is equal to omega x, and this is omega 2. So the omega 1 is greater than omega 2. So this is the energy balance. As far as the mass of air is concerned, is constant, but for the mass of water is being reduced. So this is the energy balance, and can be written as the amount of water vapor, or the water is equal to m dot A multiplied by omega 1 minus omega 2. This is the amount of extracted water. And then as far as the energy balance is concerned, we look here, this is energy in, energy out, energy out. So we have 3 elements of energy. 1 is in, 2 is out. So this is the part for the energy in here. And then we know that we are cooling down the air. So this is the amount of energy is being extracted. And this is the amount of energy coming out from the aircon system. So we rearrange, we can obtain the Q out. Q that should be involved in the cooling process. Apart from the cooling process, is also involving the humidification process. So this is the final equation for Q out. And from here, look, we have to solve for the example 14.6, and again please look the individual explanation of the example. So if you look here, this is 1 to x. This is the dew point temperature of the air given, and this is the condensation process. At the same time, the temperature also going down. So this is humidification, this is cooling, this is humidification plus cooling. And then now we look at the process of evaporative cooling. Does not involve any evaporative coil or the evaporator. So this is a very simple example of evaporative cooling. Sometimes when we feel very hot, we try to soak our head into our water, and what we have when we come up from the dipping of the head in the water, then we have cooling effect. So this cooling effect is called as the evaporative cooling. So this is what we have from the evaporative cooling. So this is the example of ceramic jug. Very small porosity is at the wall of the jug, and then if we look, sometimes we can find a sweating or some droplets outside of the jug wall because of the porosity involved in this jug. So this having the effect of evaporative cooling. So this one example for the evaporative cooling. So this is the process happen for evaporative cooling. So the process here is from point 1 to point 2, or maybe up to point 2 prime, whereby the 2 prime, we look here, the temperature is constant throughout the processes, 1 to 2 to 2 prime, and this temperature also known as the wet bulb temperature. So this is T1. T1 is dry bulb temperature, the initial condition, and 2 prime is the final condition, whereby we have the evaporative cooling up to the saturation line. So this is the physical shape of the section whereby we have the evaporative cooling. Then we have the adiabatic mixture air stream. This is a typical type of aircon system where we use the central air conditioning system, whereby we have some of the return air is being mixed with the fresh air before entering to the air conditioning room. This is for the purpose of human occupants. You know that we need oxygen. We are breathing oxygen, so we must introduce fresh charge of air inside the room for a central type of heating air conditioning system. So this is what we have, right? So this is the, maybe this is the return air, and this is the fresh charge air, and this is the combination of the return air plus the fresh charge air. Then we have the mix of these two flow become 3. So as far as the dry air is concerned, so this is the the mass conservation of dry air. This is the mass conservation of water vapor, and this is the energy balance. Energy in section 1, section 2 equal to energy out. So when we look at the psychrometric chart, this is the state of 1 here, and this is the state of 2, where the state of 1 is the return air, and the state of 2 is the fresh charge of air. So this is return air, this is the fresh charge of air, and both is being mixed. And what we have right here is the output of the section 3 or state 3. So this is all the enthalpy involved, and the delta H, and this is the specific humidity involved at each step. So again, this is point 1, this is point 2, and this is the outlet. So 1 is inlet, 2 is outlet, and 1 is inlet, 2 is inlet, 3 is the outlet condition. For the cooling towers, I will skip. Right, I will skip. This is the process of cooling the air. Cooling the warm water coming out from the central cooling system and cooled by the air draft coming from the bottom part of this cooling tower. Okay, I skip this part. So that's it for the processes for air conditioning. Thank you.